SJ Childs Show. I'm your host, SJ Childs. The SJ Childs Show, we bring value to family through education, resources, and lots of laughs. Thank you for hosting me as a guest on your show. Today, our special guest is Isabella Joricevic. Isabella is a youth artist. She creates graphic design art, and we wanted to celebrate her success. You can find us on our Facebook page, Instagram, and our YouTube page at the SJ Child Show. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Tune in after the show to hear our song, Make This Moment Last, written and produced by Jim Gavin. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the show.
Hi, and welcome to the SJ Childs Show. I'm your host, SJ Childs, and today I have a very, very special guest. I love to celebrate talents of young people. And today we are going to be celebrating Isabella. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us why you're here, Isabella? Come on in.
Of course. Okay, so I'm Isabella Mercedes Joricevic, and I am here because
to share your artwork, right?
yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's incredible. And how old are you?
I am 10 years old.
Wow. Being able to celebrate young artists is where we are going to set the tone for our future generations. So tell us about first tell us what kind of art you do, and then how you got into doing that.
Okay, so the art I do is mostly cartoons, and I use thick outlines with a lot of accent lines because I always thought those big spaces look really boring without anything in it. So that's why I put those lines there. And my secret is it's not actually fully black. I put dark purple.
Ooh, okay. And you do graphic art? Do you also do sketching art, or do you just like to are you the computer manipulator?
Well, at first I was a digital artist, and then I did move on to digital art because Lavender Town introduced me that digital art even existed. And so I got really excited about it and saw all her artwork. And so I was like, why don't I try this myself? And so I found that the style I like most in digital art is this style, the graphic style that I do. But now, traditional style, I usually only do for sketches just to get down some ideas. So, like, if I'm doing something else and I was like, oh, I have this great idea, and I'll just be like, I'll just sketch it really quickly so that I don't forget it, like maybe on a sticky note or something. And then when I want to draw again, I'll be like, I'm just gonna look at my ideas, and I'm like, oh, here's an idea I had, and I'll draw that.
I love that. I love it. It's great. So, when you got started into digital art, I mean, you've done some beautiful, beautiful work, and you have an Instagram set up for that. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. My mom helped me with all my Instagrams and Facebooks because I don't know how to handle that stuff yet.
Of course. I mean, that's what us moms are around for, right? Supporting our kids and really uplifting them in the areas that they are great at. So, just bravo to your mom and dad for doing such a great job. And yay. Now, what kind of goals do you have kind of for yourself in the future? Or is there a bucket list idea? What do you want to do next?
Well, my goals are 1, to become an Olympic swimmer and a famous artiste. And 2, this is one of the lesser ones, but I've always wanted to be a part of a movie because I've always seen all those actors that I love. And I'm like, whoa, it looks so cool. So I've always wanted to be on set.
Oh, I believe you could do it in a heartbeat. You just have the absolute wonderful personality for that. That you would be great at that.
Oh, thank you.
Tell me more about your swimming. I saw some videos of you, and yet tell me when you started swimming and kind of your success that you've had.
Okay, so I started swimming when, basically when I could remember. So, when I actually started learning how to swim. And one day I saw, we always pass these trophies by in the YMCA. And one day I was walking with my mom out of the YMCA and I made halt. And I was like, Mom, what are those? And she was like, they're trophies. And she looked closely and she was like, looks like they're for a swim team. And I said, I want them. And she was like, oh, hold on there. First, you gotta learn how to swim. Second, you gotta be the best of the best. And I was like, okay. And so at 3 years old, I learned how to swim in 6 months. And my mom thought that you could only go on the swim team when you were 5 years old and in kindergarten. But that wasn't actually true. But she didn't find that out until later when I already had joined the swim team at the year she thought I could join in.
Okay.
So when I was 5, I joined the swim team.
Wow. And you're 10 now. So that's 5 years that you've already been swimming.
Mm-hmm.
Probably more than some people that are listening today. That's incredible. I can't wait to see what you succeed in, what your dreams come to fruition and become, because you have got it, girl. You've got the personality, the attitude, the confidence, and the commitment to really make your dreams come true. And I'm so proud of you. So proud to honor you today in this 7 minutes of fame video. Thank you so much for being here. Before we end, I wanted to end with maybe a funny story because I love to laugh and I love my listeners to laugh. So, is there a funny story you could tell us today before we leave?
Okay, I have a good one for you. So, my dad is a professor and a teacher in psychology. And when the pandemic hit, he switched to mostly being online for as much as he can. And so when he posted his meeting YouTube videos, that if his class missed a meeting and they're like, oh no, I was sick, or I didn't have time to go to the video meeting, I'm gonna die. Then if you look at the videos he's posted up for those meetings. And so I wanted to help him with one of those videos. So we went upstairs and we were recording the video and I said my lines. And then since I mostly call my dad Daddy, I had to say him by his professor name because his students weren't allowed to call him Daddy. So I called him, now it's time to go on to Dr. Igor. And so I wasn't supposed to call him Dr. Igor either. I was supposed to call him Dr. Yurichevich because that's what his students are supposed to call him. And so after he posted the video on YouTube, he dubbed over my recording and basically went like this. So now we're going to go to Dr. Yurichevich. It was so funny.
Gosh, that sounds hilarious. I wish I could have been there to hear that. That sounds great. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Well, today something happened to me and I already shared this with somebody on a podcast, but that's okay. I think that you'll still laugh because I didn't know what I was going to do. So we have some dogs and they live outside. I let them out to go to the bathroom and stuff. And this morning I went outside and I was barefoot in my nightgown, but I accidentally must have hit the lock on the door. And I locked myself out on my back porch, barefoot in my nightgown. Well, I have a son that is 11 he has autism. So for him to maybe or maybe not come to the door was, I don't know what kind of a possibility. Luckily, he did. He came to the back door, unlocked it for me, and let me in. But there was no way I was going to get out of the backyard in my nightgown barefoot. So, yeah, lesson learned. Check your doorknobs before you go outside. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for being on here with me today, Isabel. We are going to be, or do you like Isabel or Isabella?
I like Isabella.
I love it. I think it's absolutely beautiful name. One of our favorites. Thank you for being on here today. We are going to be keeping in touch with you and making sure that we are supporting you in our community. I'm going to have all the links to your Instagram and anything else you have down in the description so everybody can go check it out. Thanks again for being here. You've been absolute pleasure. And I'm excited to watch you grow.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
I wanna be the kind of guy that keeps you warm at night when you are cold. I'll grab some blankets from my bed, wrap them around your chest, and I'll pull you close. We'll flip some channels to find out there's nothing on right now to ease your mind. Sit back, relax, there is no rush, no need to speed things up. All we have is time to think about the future, forget about the past. Time to figure out a way to make this moment last. To make this moment last. To make this moment last. So let's make this the kind of love that we've been dreaming of when we sleep at night. We'll get a little house to live in, have a couple kids, and we'll sleep tight. 'Cause baby, all we really need are just a couple things to stay alive, and everything else in between. Just trust my heart, you'll see. We're slowly coming. Time to think about the future, forget about the past. Time to figure out a way to make this moment last. To make this moment last. To make this moment last. Sunrises, sunsets, I won't let you forget that I need you. Spring comes as spring goes, forever you will know that I love you. Sunrises, sunsets, I won't let you forget that I need you. Spring comes as spring goes, forever you will know that I love you.